Right, guys, it's currently around 11 p.m. right now. It's the 15th of September, which is a Monday. And I was supposed to run today, which I did, but I didn't like run the 5 kilometers that I promised myself because every single Monday I wanted to run the 5 kilometers. Today I ran 4.66 kilometers, which is of course 4,660 meters. I actually ran with a friend of mine. I'm gonna like show you some like footage also in this video. But I didn't really get to the 5 kilometers. I still ran. And the reason for that, it was because it was like code yellow. So it was like raining very hard. Like in the Netherlands, you have like code yellow, code orange, and you have also like code red. And the difference between these three is like when it's like code yellow, you need to like basically you can go outside and stuff. There's no problem. But like there was like heavy wind and like also a little bit of raining and sometimes even a lot raining. Code like orange is a little bit more extreme, and code red is like it's better like if you stay inside and stuff. So today was actually code yellow, but I actually knew that, but I thought to myself, you know what, fuck it, I promised myself to do this, and the only thing that is actually stopping me is actually to be consistent with my runs. So I decided to still like go outside and still run. I promised my friend, which I did yesterday, to run with me today. I said, okay man, we're gonna do it. We actually expected not to rain. Like we already like knew it was like code yellow and stuff, but we expected it not to rain, but it still rained like very hard and shit. But to be honest, man, it was like very fun. I ran 4.67 kilometers, and the reason for that is because the rain was so much to the point my friend was actually like he was getting like a little bit of the cold and stuff because he's not used to like running like much. Like I feel like this was like his first time and stuff in like a very long time. I'm not putting the blame on like my friend and stuff. Like I was also having a very difficult time. It's not me like coping that my friend like, oh my god, like he didn't make it, so I like had needed to stop. I just stopped as well, and the reason for that is because the rain was a little bit too much to the point like I was also like running with my phone. So I ordered a Garmin watch last Thursday and it still has not come yet. It's gonna come tomorrow because I just received an email like 15 minutes ago. So it's gonna come tomorrow. So basically that means that I can hopefully like run without my phone. But yeah, man, it was actually a pretty great run. I ran 4 point, like I said, 66 kilometers in the span of like the average speed was not really very much. We stopped actually a couple of times. And the reason for that once again was because the rain was just way too much, and the wind as well, and we were not really fully dressed in like the stuff because we looked at the weather app and it said like today was not going to rain, and suddenly it just rained and stuff. So it was a pain in the ass, but at the end of the day I also like liked the vibe a little bit. Like when it was raining, I liked going outside and going for a run. It was like a very like soothing, peaceful state of being because there were not a lot of people outside actually, and we were just there with our pace and like also without the music as well. So today I ran without the music, but it was actually a pretty good run. The pace, like I said, was not really that high. It was around, I would say, 5.6 minutes per kilometer. Usually it's around the average of like 4.4, 4.5 minutes per kilometer. So we decreased a little bit with that, but I didn't really care because I just had a very good time with my friend running. This time was like 26, 27 minutes for the 4.66 kilometers. So it was not really that I was like putting up a PR or something. It was like more for like a fun run. The upcoming Wednesday I'm gonna run the 9 kilometers because last week I ran the 8 kilometers, so today is gonna be 9. And Friday I'm gonna go to the gym again with another friend of mine, and maybe I will like record another like video where I basically like show you guys the type of workout that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit chest and triceps. The thing that I wanted to talk about, it's currently around, like I said, 11 p.m. I'm about to go to sleep because tomorrow I've got university and stuff, so I gotta wake up early. But before actually going to sleep and actually ending this video, I actually wanted to record this video way earlier, like way before my homework and stuff. But I didn't do that because it was like very busy. I actually got out of the university around 4:30. I got back home around 5:15. I really needed to eat something because I was low on carbs and stuff, and I really needed to also drink some water because I didn't do that in university, which is pretty stupid of mine, but that's besides the point. Just really needed like some fuel in my system, and I also needed to do some groceries, and my friend already was here at like 7 o'clock, so I didn't really have the time to actually pretty much record myself before the run and also after the run. So that's basically a little bit the downside of it, but I don't really look at it from a downside perspective. I look at it from a positive perspective because that's how I want to look at it. At the end of the day, it's just a choice. So I didn't really like I got the time to actually record this video, and I actually had a lot to do for my university because tomorrow I've got like things to prepare and stuff. So I really needed to do a lot with like the university and stuff. So I really didn't really get the time to actually record myself in front of a camera. But I thought to myself, you know what? Once again, what is stopping me and what I want to do is like become consistent with making videos again. Not so much to the point of like editing them and like staying like 10 hours on a weekly basis on DaVinci, because to be honest, man, I don't really have the time right now. University is kicking my ass, and it's very fucking difficult to actually also record these type of videos and have the mental energy and the mental bandwidth to come in front of a camera and talk for a straight 5 to 10 minutes and even sometimes more. So I feel like what is lacking with me right now is like I don't really have the time, but I have a lot of energy and like motivation and stuff. That's what like keeps like me pushing forward and stuff, which I like very much. And to be honest, Wednesday, when the day comes when I'm gonna run the 9 kilometers, of course, with the watch, is I'm gonna record a video beforehand and I'm gonna record a video afterhand, like after the run, basically, so I can like explain to you guys how I've done, what my like basic pace was and stuff, and how I actually like the new watch, the new Garmin watch that I ordered, and we'll see how that goes. But to be honest, that's the reason why I'm making this video, is just because I really needed to make the video. And once again, like I said, the only thing that is stopping me is to become consistent with making videos. I don't need the fancy edits with this like series that I'm doing, like day 1, day 2, day 3, and the days that are coming. The only thing I need is just stay consistent, just keep recording myself, and just record the journey on the way. And I'm once again preparing for the half a marathon. It's not going to be easy. Like today it was fucking raining, as like it was pouring with just water out of the sky, man, and I just had to keep running. Like I said, I'm gonna show you guys some of the footage, and as you guys can see the footage, like there were like times when it was raining and there were times like when it was like dry and stuff, and I recorded the videos when it was dry because I don't want like my phone getting wet and stuff. So that's basically what I wanted to say in this video. Nothing too crazy. I've been talking for like 7 minutes. It just feels like 2 minutes, to be honest. Time goes very fast when I'm recording these type of videos, man. It's crazy to think about. But that's just what I wanted to say. This is day 3 of me trying to prepare for a marathon. Not trying to, but actually preparing for a half a marathon, not a marathon. And this is day 3. Day 4 is going to be on a Wednesday. I'm grateful to be alive. Once again, I'm grateful to have this experience. I'm grateful to even be able to run. I'm grateful to even record this video. I'm grateful for this phone that I have. I'm grateful to be alive, man. I'm grateful for the people around me. I'm grateful that I have people around me. I'm grateful for everything, man. To be honest, it's a blessing to be alive. And the only thing I need to focus on right now is to become consistent with making videos and stuff. I don't really need the fancy edits, like I said. The only thing I need to do is basically like record the video, maybe like put them together on an iMovie like app that I have on my iPhone, and then just put them online and see where that takes me. So once again, it was a very good day. It was a very productive day, to be honest, intellectually and also physically, of course. I did a lot. Ran almost not the 5 kilometers today. I do have to admit that, but I still like look at it from a positive perspective and say that it's a win, because I still ran even the weather was like shitty. And I've got to be careful with that, man, because the weather is going to be shitty. So that's just basically how it is, and I have to like sometimes put my feelings aside and just go with the flow and just basically like run with the pace that I want to run with. So the next time that you're gonna see me, I actually said that in the previous video, that I'm gonna run with the watch. I still have not, I don't have the watch yet. Tomorrow's gonna be delivered. So Wednesday, when I record the video again, I'm gonna also showcase you guys the watch and basically how I'm like gonna pace my watch with the speed that I want to run with. So that's that, man. Once again, grateful to be alive. Thanks for watching this video. It was a very short video, nothing too complicated. And I see you guys on a Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Sí. Sí.